Hello and welcome back to Future Focus. Today we're going to be creating this gradient text animation using Tailwind CSS and Next.js. Okay, so what we're going to do first, we're going to import Poppins font that we're going to use for our text. So Next.js comes with Google Fonts installed, so we literally just need to import it using next/Google, /font/Google. And then we just declare the variable, and then it's simply ready to use. I'm going to give this one the weight of 700 because we want it to be a bit bold, but you can obviously add whichever weights you need dependent on the font. So now that's all imported. What we're going to do now is we're going to just create a h1 tag where we're going to keep our text, which is where the animation is going to render. As you can see, that's our text. So what we're going to do now, we're going to use Flexbox to center our text right in the center of the screen. So we're going to hit the property of flex, the width of 4 and the height of screen. And then once we do this, we're going to add item center and justify center. So that will center the item horizontally and vertically, as you can see in the screen. Now we're just going to give our h1 some classes. So we're going to use the curly braces because we need to import the text. And to do that, we just need to put the text name followed by .class name. As you can see, that's changed. Now we're just going to change the size. Make it look a lot more visible, and the text is a bit spaced out, so we're just going to give it tracking type. It's a lot better now. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do first, we're just going to give a static gradient effect without any animation, just to show you how to give a gradient text using CSS, Tailwind CSS, sorry. So we simply just need to do bg gradient to b, which means the bottom, and then from is the initial color, and then 2 is the second. As you can see, what's happened now is when we saved it, it's actually covered the whole text, but to change that we just need to do bg clip text, which will make a text clip of which will make the background onto the text rather than onto the actual div, as you can see. And yeah, it really is that simple. So make gradient text in CSS, static gradient text without any animation. And you can change it, you can even add via, so you can add more than one color. So if you add via blue 500, it means it will go from black via blue to the final. As you can see, different colors. You can add as many as you want. And you can actually change the direction of the gradient as well, which you can do. So to B means to bottom, to BR, as you can see, changes that angle to bottom right, and BL bottom left, TL top left, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, it's only a few lines of one line literally of Tailwind, and you can literally just get your text gradient, sorry, that simply. Yep, there you have it. So you can just play about with it and just try whichever style you like, and yeah, it's really that simple. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to actually try to animate this. So to do that, we're going to head over to our global.css file. I'm going to create a property called animate gradient, and here we're going to add some properties. So background, I'm going to give it the linear gradient property, and here initially we're going to set the degree, so the angle at which the gradient faces. So I'm going to add some colors. So we've added 3 colors. So we've made them all different shades of blue, and we've added the gradient at 135 degrees. And now we're going to add the background size. So we're going to give it 200% on horizontally and 200% vertically. We can't see anything yet because we haven't applied the class, but we'll do that after. And then next we're going to do background clip, so similar to what we did in Tailwind on the front end side. So I'm just going to give it text, background clip text. I'm going to add the Mozilla Firefox equivalent, so that would just be WebKit. Background clip also text. going to make the color transparent of the text. And then we're going to give it animation. I'm going to call it gradient. We're going to make this, we're yet to make this though. And then we're going to give it some time, ease and infinite, just to make sure that the animation runs infinitely and it eases in. Now we're going to actually make the animation, so we're going to call keyframes gradient. Start with 0% to 100%. And here we're going to say background position will be 0. So 0 horizontally, 0 vertically. And then in the middle, in 50%, so halfway through the animation, we're going to change the background position to 50, no, we'll do 100% on the Y and the X axis. So that just means that the background position is changing. And now all you need to do is literally just add that class to our H1 tag. And there you have it. That's a gradient animation. So as you can see, it's changing color. Might be a bit hard to see because it's all blue, so let me actually just change some colors to make it a bit more visible. So go back to global CSS. Now just literally just change one of the colors to purple. Save that. As you can see, the gradient text is starting to fade in nicely. Beautiful. So now we can actually change the timing, so make it 4 seconds instead of 8, so the animation runs a bit quicker. And there you have it. Gradient text animation, purely using CSS and Tailwind.